Hello, Aries, and welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach, and I help you choose growth. I have an intuitive message for you today about your spiritual path. This will look inside at your inner world and outside at the world outside of you, as well as the interaction between the two. Okay, guides are saying left to right, wealth, 10 of roots, mother of horns, looking at the 10 of roots, the moon. Okay, drawing two cards there. 9 of wands, conflict. Okay, so we're looking at this in the outside world, and we've got hummingbirds on both of these cards. So you have two pairs of hummingbirds here. The hummingbirds are fighting, competing with each other, and not, I believe this is, conflict. So they're conflict of interest. They're not yielding because one is fighting against the other. But on the other side, we've got this lovely card, which is abundance. It's spiritual connection. It is accomplishment in the sense that like everything has finally arrived. Okay. So, it seems like you've got elements of both in your outer world, that there's things to be very grateful and very blessed for. There is a lot of abundance. There is a lot of wealth, not just material, but spiritual as well as emotional. You have all of this available. This card, the nine of conflict, the 9 of wands, also talks about overreaction. That there's a defensiveness, or that there's a kind of being too amped up about something, too touchy, that your nerves are too overfired. And so a reaction can become so much more destructive than it would normally be. I'm going to go inside so we can see what this is about. Of course. Aries, you are so funny. Okay. We have this mother of horns, which is the mother of cups, queen of cups. And this is one of the most joyful, beautiful, lighthearted cards in the deck. She is connected to her joy. She's connected to that creative energy that flows through. She is very just bright and colorful and just so happy. So these are positive emotions associated with this card. Love and inclusion and joy and, again, creativity. It's really actually kind of hard to create when you're down. It's easy to cathart and express when you're down, but to truly create something of high vibration and joy, you have to be feeling good. You have to be feeling loved, and you have to be feeling joy. So there's a lot of joyful, there's a lot of things to be joyful about. And she's looking at this 10 of roots going, I feel the spiritual connection to all of this. I feel the gratitude. I feel so happy for everything that's going well. I feel so thankful. There's a deep emotional connection between these two cards. And it's kind of like she's clued into the wealth of the future as well as the wealth of the present. And frankly, she's just really happy. She knows that you've worked, and when I say she, I'm also talking about you, you've worked really hard to get to this place. You've overcome a lot of darkness. We've got this skull down here to get to this place of abundance and spiritual abundance. And she just wants to do a happy dance. There's part of your soul that just wants to do this happy dance for everything that you've accomplished. Now, what is affecting you? So you have this emotional thing happening, but then we've got the moon coming in, and the moon is conflicting, is causing this conflict. Now, if you're watching this on Saturday in the United States, you are probably seeing this during the full moon. So whenever this happens, I pull the moon card during the full moon. I know they're also literally talking about the craziness of the full moon. That the full moon pulls up strange emotions. It does weird things to us. It makes us go absolutely crazy. Like absolutely apeshit sometimes. And that's the overreaction we see. That we're blowing things out of proportion because we're feeling more vulnerable, more emotional, more touchy. The moon creates situations that are not real. It's a kind of a deceptive card. It's looking down at this owl is looking down at the crustacean, and the crustacean is out of the subconscious, but all of this is happening at night when things are just not clear. So you're getting triggered and you don't even know why. The smallest thing is setting you off and you don't even know why. Kind of like, a mug breaks and you just all of a sudden have a meltdown and start crying, or someone cuts you off in traffic and you become that crazy person on the horn and shouting, and you're like, wait a minute. This isn't even me. I don't even react like this. This isn't me. These little things don't bother me. So you see how you've got these two things happening. On one side, the reality is that we have the full moon, but the full moon is causing delusions, which are illusions, which are fantasy. On the other side, we have happiness. We have a choice to be staying in joy. We have a choice to leave this shadowy world and just stay in the joy and the light. And really, that's your message, Aries, is that everything that's triggering anything negative it's touchiness, but it's not real. There are times when we're triggered and it's real. There are times when we're triggered and it's saying, okay, wait a minute, I need to back up and I need to stop. And I need to look deeper at this, but this is not one of those times. This is literally the planets causing something weird in you. So you are not at the mercy of the planets, Aries, but you have a choice. You can either go out of proportion with this emotion, go crazy with this emotion, or you can go back to your own truth, which is, I can connect to joy, I can connect to happiness, I can connect to love and gratitude. And in that, I find my spiritual fulfillment. In that, I stay rooted to what's important. This is about staying grounded and rooted into the earth and yet connected up into the heavens, this divine purple. It's just so pretty, this card. And then we have a little bit of that echoed here. None of these cards are grounded. You see, they're flying off in the air. This moon is flying. He's in the water. Yeah, we've got some wolves back there, but these are ungrounded. But this is staying deeply rooted in what's important, not being carried away with the whims of whatever happens in the external world. If you happen to be watching this after the full moon, Aries, this is about not being touchy, not being emotionally explosive. When you're in the space of joy and gratitude, peace, harmony, and love, it's impossible to react like this. And you can think back to the traffic example. When you have been happy, in a great mood, maybe it's your birthday or something amazing happened at work and someone cuts you off, maybe you don't even notice. Or maybe you're just like, wonder where they're going. When you're in a good mood, a really strong, good mood, nothing can shake you. And that's your power, Aries. When you're in that optimism, when you're in that brightness, when you are that bright light, none of this negativity from anyone else can pull at you, pull you off. And when you stay in that light, you open up that channel to your abundance. You open up that channel to everything the divine is wanting to shower you with. More harmony, promotions, the relationships that are nurturing and satisfying, all of that. It connects you with that when you maintain your spark, when you maintain your joy. So this week more than ever, because this new moon is also important for manifesting, stay connected to what's truly important to you. These things don't matter, they're fleeting, but this is what's really important. All right, Aries, thanks so much for sharing your time and your energy with me. If you are ready for some extra guidance or you want to go one step deeper, please check out my website. There's a link in the description below, offering intuitive readings as well as soul guidance coaching. I'll look forward to seeing you next time right here.